In the crucible of World War II, naval warfare witnessed a relentless race for technological superiority, one that extended beneath the surface of the ocean. Among the most awe-inspiring developments of this era was the remarkable achievement of naval engineering and innovation, the record-setting long-range torpedo attacks. These torpedo strikes, delivered by submarines or surface warships, represented a deadly blend of precision, stealth, and firepower that forever altered the course of maritime warfare. There are many short-range torpedo hits which are under 1,000 meters, or medium-range hits which are less than 5,000 meters. Today, we'll focus only on the top two longest successful torpedo attack of World War II. The second longest range torpedo hit ever recorded in history was accomplished by the Japanese cruiser Haguro, utilizing the formidable Type 93 torpedo. Haguro, a Miyoko-class heavy cruiser, embarked on her wartime service in Dutch East Indies during World War II. In the midst of reactive duty on February 8, 1942, she found herself engaged in a significant confrontation near Makassar. Subsequently, Haguro played a pivotal role in the historic Battle of the Java Sea, which unfolded on February 27, 1942. Alongside her sister ship Nachi, she intercepted an Allied naval formation comprising 2 heavy cruisers, 3 light cruisers, and 9 destroyers. Initially, Haguro directed her fire towards the Allied flagship, the light cruiser HNLMS De Ruyter. In this intense engagement, her 8-inch 203mm main guns found their mark, landing decisive hits before shifting her focus to the heavy cruiser HMS Exeter. In this heated exchange, Haguro emerged victorious, inflicting significant damage upon the HMS Exeter through her relentless gunfire. Among the Allied vessels present was the HNLMS Kortenaar, an Admiral-class destroyer of the Royal Netherlands Navy. It was during this engagement that Haguro unleashed a spread of 8 61cm, 24-inch Type 93 torpedoes against the Kortenaar, etching her name into the annals of naval history with a remarkable feat. The recorded distance of this astounding torpedo strike extended to 22,000 yards or 20,100 meters, leading to the swift and catastrophic demise of the Kortenaar as she succumbed to an explosive fate. As the battle raged on, almost 6 hours later, just before midnight, Haguro achieved yet another significant torpedo hit, this time targeting the aforementioned HNLMS De Ruyter. This meticulously executed strike resulted in the gradual flooding that ultimately led to the sinking of the Dutch light cruiser, further underscoring Haguro's prowess in naval warfare. The record for the longest-range torpedo hit in history was accomplished by the Japanese Akizuki-class destroyer Nzuki, utilizing again the Type 93 torpedo. This extraordinary achievement occurred on July 6, 1943 during the Battle of Kula Gulf, situated off the eastern coast of Kolombangara in the Solomon Islands. The encounter unfolded as a Japanese force engaged in landing reinforcements at Villa found itself intercepted by a contingent of U.S. Navy cruisers and destroyers. In this maritime clash, 2 U.S. Navy destroyers, namely the USS Strong and Chevalier, ventured into Bairoko Harbor to provide crucial naval gunfire support for the U.S. task force undertaking a cruiser bombardment of Villa on Kolombangara Island and Bairoko. Meanwhile, Nzuki, which was present at Kolombangara, detected the presence of U.S. ships in Kula Gulf via her radar. A few minutes later, she sent a torpedo right into USS Strong and it hit her port side. Strong began to settle rapidly with a 40° to 60° list to starboard, and she broke in half just prior to sinking, and several of her depth charges exploded. 46 men were also killed. A total of 241 survivors were rescued by Chevalier, while O'Bannon attempted to return fire. 46 sailors lost their lives during the attack. The torpedo responsible for this historic achievement was part of a salvo of 14 torpedoes fired by a group of 4 Japanese destroyers led by Nzuki. Astonishingly, these torpedoes traveled a distance of 11 nautical miles, equivalent to 20,372 meters or 22,279 yards. This remarkable feat is widely regarded as the longest successful torpedo attack of the war. In the aftermath of the torpedo launch, the Japanese destroyers discreetly withdrew from the sea, avoiding detection. The remarkable range of this torpedo strike left the U.S. commander under the impression that his force had come under attack from a Japanese submarine. So both the shots were fired using the Type 93 torpedo. Let's have a look at what this torpedo is. The Type 93 torpedo, also known as the Long Lance, was a formidable weapon employed by the Imperial Japanese Navy IJN during World War II. It was the most advanced naval torpedo in the world at the time. This torpedo possessed a substantial 610mm, 24-inch diameter and was primarily deployed from surface ships. What set the Type 93 apart was its unique propulsion system. It utilized pure oxygen and kerosene instead of the conventional compressed air and alcohol. This combination, while challenging and hazardous to handle, generated remarkable power, propelling a massive torpedo with great force. She had a range of 22,000 meters at 93 kilometers per hour, 33,000 meters at 72 kilometers per hour, and 40,400 meters at 65 kilometers per hour. Its exceptional long-range capability, high speed, and substantial warheads made it a formidable asset in surface battles. In contrast, the U.S. Navy standard surface launched torpedoes of World War II, the 53cm 21-inch Mark 15, had a long range of 14,000 meters at 49.1 km per hour. Throughout the course of the war, the Type 93 torpedo left a notable impact, contributing to the sinking of 22 Allied warships. Among these, 10 were cruisers, 11 were destroyers, and 1 was a fleet aircraft carrier. Impressively, 13 of these vessels succumbed solely to the effects of the Type 93 torpedo, while the remaining ships were lost due to a combination of factors, including bombings, gunfire, and additional torpedoes. Here are the list of all warships that were hit by the Long Lance. That's it for today. Thank you guys for viewing in. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.